Okay, so now we're going to get into something called email spoofing, which you're going to run into a lot in crypto. Not to scare you away, but as long as you're prepared and you know what you're looking for and you know what to expect, it shouldn't affect you much. But ultimately, email spoofing is when somebody sends you an email. Let's say your grandmother sends you an email, or your grandfather, or somebody you know, and they email you all the time. But out of nowhere, they send you this really weird email. And you're like, this doesn't make any sense. Why would they send me this? It looks like it came from them. It is from their email address, but they didn't send it. Somehow, they knew that you were expecting information from this person, website, wherever, and they made some really odd request of you, or they're demanding more information from you. That's basically spoofing, because what happens is, I had a period of time, I don't think it happens quite as much anymore that I'm aware of, but I used to get reports all the time from fans and things on YouTube that would basically say, hey, you just sent me this email, what is this? And I'm like, I didn't send you an email. And I get emails all the time from different exchanges I don't even use, basically saying they need more information, or they need my ID, or they need proof of this, or they need that. Click this link. You don't click those links. I never click anything in an email that I did not immediately request, period. I don't click links in email. And as a matter of fact, I use what's called a crypto wall, which I don't have it slated, but maybe I will do a brief video on it. A crypto wall, I even have coupon codes for people, but it's kind of pricey. It's a couple grand, but it is a hardware firewall, and it catches a lot of malware, a lot of things that might get emailed to me. They don't even get through. So I don't see a lot of that stuff, but I still do get links sometimes, which is all the reason why I don't click them. But ultimately, a spoofed email is an email that's made to look like it's coming from somebody or something you trust. That is, it's a cause for action. It's basically like, hey, we need information from you, and we need you to click this link to provide it. And sometimes they can be even fearful, where it'll, do this or else, or you're going to lose your account, or whatever it is. But they look like a regular email, and often they're using corporate logos, all sorts of things. Response required. You must do this, and oftentimes it's bogus. And so if you get an email like this from a crypto exchange, or basically anyone telling you that they need XYZ information from you and to click a particular link, generally, if you roll over the link, you can tell that it's not going to that main website. There's always, it's not something .paypal.com. It's some other random ghosted website. A ghost site is basically like, they take a website and then they use like a URL shortener, okay, so that you can't see exactly where that link is going. 99.99% of the time, these links are going to some form of malware that is they're trying to get access to something. And oftentimes they're very legitimate looking emails. But what's funny is, I used to get responses. I used to get emails all the time saying, hey, I sent you this information. What do I do now? Or whatever. And I'm like, I didn't send you an email. What are you talking about? Oh, and then they'll forward me the email. I'm like, somebody is spoofing my email account. And as a matter of fact, I think what I did with Google back in the day stopped a lot of the spoofing, because there are ways that you can stop people from spoofing your email. I'm not sure if that worked or not. Maybe it's a coincidence. It's been years since I've had a report. But yeah, this is something you want to be very, very aware of. And it happens constantly, almost daily, especially if if you have a name in crypto, unfortunately, like I do, you're the target for a lot of this kind of stuff, because if people on the outside know you hold crypto, you're going to get hit with all kinds of random craziness. And you have to look at everything as though somebody's trying to take your money, somebody's trying to access your accounts, somebody's trying to do you harm, period. And I hate to say it that way, because cryptocurrency is such an amazing technology, and we're in such an amazing place right now. But that's the reason why it's so popular for hackers and scammers and just dirtballs alike, because there's so much money being made by everyone. And If these people can get it in a way they know without having to put in the work, like any other industry, they're going to do it, and they're going to continue trying. So yeah, be on the lookout for email spoofing, and know if you reply to somebody that's email spoofing you, you're probably going to get an error, or it's going to bounce because it's not a real email. It's not actually coming from that company. They just basically put that from address into the from the sender panel. That's it. Typically that's all it really takes. But if you reply to it, they're not going to get it. They don't care that you reply. They care that you do what you're told to do in that particular email. So if you have a question, call the company. Not using any of the information, go to their website and call them. If it's something very important, hey, I got this email. This is what it says. Are you really asking me to do this? They're probably going to tell you, no, somebody is spoofing our email account. We don't send emails with stuff like that. So just be on the lookout for email spoofing.